The couple who were taken from their daughter's hospital bedside by police after they were told her life support would end have told this programme they believe that audio recordings will support their case about what doctors had said to them concerning their daughter's care. The couple, whose ordeal was revealed in shocking footage from an officer's body cam, say they now want to see video from cameras worn by other officers who were there. And be warned, some viewers may find the footage we're about to show distressing. This is the moment the parents of a critically ill 6-year-old are forcibly dragged away from her bedside, inside a hospital in the north of England. The father, Rashid Abbasi, is handcuffed.
I've got chest pain. Right. I've got chest pain. You brought this on yourself.
He suffered a heart attack and was taken to A&E. Northumbria police say they responded to a call of a man being violent and that he had assaulted a consultant. The hospital, which we are not allowed to name for legal reasons, were in disagreement with the family over the care of 6-year-old Zainab Abbasi. Zainab was born with a rare genetic illness. The hospital wanted to take her off the ventilator, helping her breathe, but her parents, who are both doctors themselves, disagreed.
They are going to take the tube out and our daughter is going to die. I mean, you know what compassion is?
After this incident, the NHS Trust applied to the High Court for permission to take Zainab off the ventilator. But 3 days before the hearing in September 2019, Zainab died. Her family are now taking legal action against the police and the NHS Trust. Well, when I spoke to the couple earlier, I began by asking them to describe what happened in the run-up to the altercation with police.
What had happened is we were called for a meeting, a clinical meeting, one consultant leading the conversation, and he said to us that it had actually been decided that they were going to take her tube out. And I said to them, yes, I know, because that was discussed yesterday. You're going to do it in a few days' time. You're going to wean her off. You're going to maximise the treatment beforehand. And he goes, no, we're not doing it in a few days' time. It's going to happen. It's going to happen today. That's the decision. The consultant gets irate towards the end and he raises his voice and he's saying, no, you're not going to listen. We're going around in circles. You're never going to let her go. We've made that decision. We're not going to do any more tests. So literally he was imposing a decision and we were very distressed. It was like being hit with a sledgehammer. We were not expecting this at all.
I mean, it was like a shock. I was numbed by the discussion that we had.
My husband got so distressed that he got up to leave the meeting and my husband was walking at speed through into the intensive care part. The consultant who'd been yelling at us ran round to block him. And it was in that, you can actually hear it in the audio recording, when my husband said, why are you pushing me? My husband says that. So there's no assault, there's no abuse, there's no violence towards anybody, there's nothing. And then the next thing is we're round sitting with our daughter. And then they called the police. They said, we're going to call the police. And when the police arrived, that's why I'm saying to them, please listen to me. And I said, pull up a chair, we'll talk here. But they dismissed me.
So the allegation from the hospital is, Dr Rashid Abbasi, is that you pushed a consultant and they felt that if there was abuse towards their staff, they needed to call the police.
Well, I've already explained, my wife has already explained that the consultant ran from behind me to block me. I had no intention of pulling anybody, pushing anybody, or even coming in anybody's way.
He walked directly in front of my husband. So obviously my husband pushed into him in the sense that he was in his path, and because of the momentum, if somebody comes right in front of you. But that was the sum of it. And for anybody to allege that was anything more is completely duplicitous. And as I said, we have got an audio recording of that.
Police are very well trained to make their own rapid assessment, but then they did not show professionalism and they did not seem to understand the gravity of situation. I mean, did they find me causing any trouble? Did they find me shouting? I didn't even stand up. They pulled me from a sitting down position in my chair.
So we've spoken to Northumbria Police. They say that they were responding to a call of a man being violent and abusive towards staff, which you deny. They also say that their review of the incident sets out a different picture. What's your response to that?
Where, for a start, are the other body cams? Because there were 4 police officers. And also the body cam stops in the corridor. Where is the rest of it? We asked for it and we were told they no longer had it or they destroyed it. There was no compassion.
Why do you believe you were treated in this way?
challenging the doctors.
Challenging the authorities, challenging the doctor with reasons.
We were not asking for any magic cure, any magic treatment. We were just saying, give her something that she's had before and has helped her several times. It's just a few more days. And then if she's not progressing, we accepted that would be the end of the line. So why exactly, when we were in that position, we were being very reasonable. And to be honest, this is why we've even got the video out there. It's because we believe up and down the country, there are other families that are being dealt with in a similar manner. But the last 4 weeks of my daughter's life, they were emotionally traumatic. But we were doing our best for her. We were trying to do our best.
I'm so sorry to cause you further distress.
I'm sorry.
Do you need a minute? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Obviously, this has been incredibly traumatic for you. What are the happy memories of Zainab? How would you like to remember her?
Zainab was a joy. Zainab was a blessing. You could see by her eyes, she had a sparkle in her eyes. She would respond with little grunts, her non-verbal communication. She had a happy existence. She was loved and she loved us.
Dr Aliya Abbasi and Dr Rashid Abbasi, thank you so much for talking to us. And once again, I'm really sorry for causing you any further distress.
Thank you, Fatima. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we contacted both Northumbria Police and the NHS Trust involved, asking them to comment further. The police reiterate that their duty was to ensure the safety of all those present and that they've reviewed the body cam footage of the incident, which sets out a different picture. The NHS Trust say they call police when there's a risk to patients or staff or obstruction with care and treatment.